Hi everybody and welcome to Vlogmas Day 22. 22, 23, 24. Yeah, day 22. This is very quick, hopefully less than 3 minutes. Basically, it is, what time is it? It's 53 minutes past 8 o'clock. And I haven't stitched a stitch again. I have 3 makeup bags here ready to go. These are the ones I need to get done for Christmas Day. I need to have them done. So I'm going to hopefully do them now before I completely conk out and I run out of energy. I got to the stage last night. By the time I'd uploaded my vlog, I'd hit a wall at that point. I was shattered when I did the vlog, but I just thought, well, I'm only sitting so and it'll be fine, it'll be fine. But this is my faff, and I think, yeah, this blue thread. Well, I either need cream or I need, yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to swap to my brother machine, because that's going to be quicker than rethreading, and it's a little sturdy thing. I've said this before, the faff is a bit of a faff, to be quite honest, and it's a bit picky and choosy what it stitches over, whereas, and if I break a faff needle, I think I can use ordinary needles, but you know how it says in the instructions you must have faff needles. But I feel easier about breaking a brother needle because I know all the universal ones definitely fit that one. I'm just imagining everything's going to go wrong. I did actually try and put some wadding, some fusible fleece wadding on a piece of fabric I'd cut last night for, I think I had them over the back of the chair actually, for the makeup bags that I needed to do. And I ended on, and I used my little quilting iron that I have here, and it went all wrinkly. It was just like a piece of quilting cotton. I bought at Boys again when I first started sewing, and yeah, it was like it didn't go on well. Whereas the fabric I've just showed you, the ones I've just showed you, they went on all right. So it wasn't that iron, but when that went all wrinkly, I thought, oh, I'm going to go down and just use the ironing board. So I went down, got the ironing board out, ironed all the fusible fleece. Lewis, God love him, had done all the ironing yesterday, when he was watching Match of the Day or something, and before he went out. So, and he'd left like a couple of things. There was like a big tablecloth, and there was one of my blouses, because he's always frightened to iron anything of mine, and which is fine because, you know, so I ironed those as well. So I did a little bit iron, a tiny bit iron, did a little bit ironing, and then I put the ironing board and everything away, and yeah, I just hit this wall, and I thought, I cannot go up and sew. I am absolutely shattered. So I just stayed downstairs. Well, I didn't stay downstairs. I brought everything back up that needed to come back up, and literally just sat in the armchair. And to be fair, when I was uploading the vlog, it takes a while, and then just YouTube yesterday was doing some weird things. Normally when I save something on top, I load it up to YouTube, but I have it as a private vlog, and then I change it to public when I put all the stuff in. But I have to do that on the computer because I can't use my phone to type all the details and things in, and I needed to put the link in to get the discount code for the Mrs. Quilty box, and that was on my emails on the computer. So I came upstairs, and I always upload it from YouTube and then do all the fiddly bits on YouTube Studio and then load it and publish it. But getting it from just my phone to my phone, like into my photographs or into my movies from iMovie, into Google Photos and, you know, movies, that seemed to take a long time. And then getting it onto YouTube, it was doing weird things. When I went to pull it in, it was saying you haven't created a movie. Well, that was horrendous because it took me quite a long time. I cut a lot of drivel out of that vlog. Anywho, yeah, we see we're already 5 minutes, so we're already with 5 minutes. So yeah, it just took forever, and I think it was about 11:30 when I was finally uploading it, getting it loaded and everything, and Lewis came back about midnight, and it had been blizzarding, would you believe? I looked out and it was blowing a hoolie. It was absolutely mad. When I'd taken the dogs out, I was absolutely freezing. So I looked out and I couldn't tell if it was just rain or not, but it was actually sleet. There was great big chunks of snow, and when I looked at the car windscreens in the street, they were covered in white. So Lewis came back and absolutely soaked through to the skin. So he was sitting on the edge of his bed, half cut, like, oh. I said, do you want a cup of tea? Yes. And I went down and I boiled the kettle, made myself a cuppa, sat and waited for him to come down, and he didn't emerge. So I was jiggered by this time, absolutely jiggered. And I came upstairs to see if he still wanted a cup of tea. The bedroom light was on, his bedside light was on, the landing light was on, the bathroom light was on. You could tell where he'd been and what he'd done, and he was tucked up in bed and fast asleep, and he must have just thought, I just need to get warm and dry. And obviously the lure of bed was far greater than a cup of tea downstairs. So I thought, well, I've got my cuppa downstairs, I'm going to go down and finish that and watch people's Vlogmases, which I usually do on a night time once Lewis is either asleep in the armchair or gone to bed. So I'd watched a few Vlogmases, and I ended up falling asleep. Woke up at 2:30 in the morning. Dogs staring at us like, why aren't we in bed as well? So came up to bed at 2:30. But you know, that's the way it goes. And then I was awake. Didn't wake up till I think it was 10 to 10, and I'd watched Rachel's vlog. I think it was this morning or this afternoon. Oh, I'm all a blur. Watched Rachel's vlog, and she said she'd woken up one morning. She'd woken up at 9 o'clock, and she had the day off work, and she said that's unheard of. I never wake up at 9 o'clock. She couldn't believe she'd slept so late, and she thought she'd missed half the day. And I was like, Hinny, in this house, you get up when you wake up. I'd love to be an early riser. Never have been, never will be. But I do stupid things, and I get a burst of energy on an evening, and I'm hoping for a burst of energy tonight so I can do these makeup bags. But I'm gonna go as long as I can, and if I start making silly mistakes, I'm gonna have to stop. Trouble is, the makeup bags are for my sister and her girls who are arriving tomorrow, and I need to get them made. Otherwise, instead of a makeup bag full of little bits and pieces, they're basically getting a bunch of rubbish in a present bag. I'm getting that personal gift, which they would probably all say it's absolutely fine and they don't mind, but I mind. Are you shouting? Yeah? Yes, please. Is it just a little one? Do I want sugar in my tea? He's making us a cup of tea. Anyway, we'll quickly do advent calendars, and then I'm going to upload this, and this is why you've got all the airs and ums in, because I am not going to edit it because it takes forever. And that's why you don't have a posh pink screen at the beginning. And thank you for all the comments where everybody said, please don't become dead professional because we like the way you vlog. What I have done today though, instead of cleaning the house, I went to see Linda, who's So Granny Linda, on Instagram, and spent a lovely 2 hours with her and her hubby. They're absolutely hilarious, and we chatted and chatted and chatted. So we're looking for day 22. Yeah, okay then. Actually, I had gloves like that on a string. There we've got Santa's hat and gloves on a string. I'm sure that's what Santa does to look after his... Thank you. Thank you. very much. To look after keep his gloves and his hat together. I'm sure that he's got a string. Yeah. Does anybody else do that? Do you do that in other countries, or is that just a British thing where your mum put your gloves on a string through your coat so that you didn't lose, through the arms of your coat so that you didn't lose your gloves? Yeah, that's a nice one. That's reminiscent of the early 1970s when I would have had that scenario. Anyway, just been given a lovely cup of tea, so I'll have a quick slurp of tea. Oh, that's gorgeous. Isn't it lovely when somebody makes you a cup of tea? It always tastes so much better. I'm back on tea and coffee, you see. Teaspoons have kicked back in. Right. Yes, so thank you as well for all the lovely comments about my vlog and about me being just normal and not professional and everything like that. It was really, really nice. I'll never be uber professional. I'll never, you know, you get what you see. You get no makeup. In the early days, yes, I used to put a bit of face on, and Lewis would come in after being out on a Friday night, and I'd been vlogging in the kitchen on a Friday night in very early days, and I always had when I picked him up from the village, I always had a full face of makeup, and you could see him looking and thinking, what's been going on here? Where's she been? I've been sitting in the kitchen, love. But yeah, we're keeping it real, we're keeping it au natural, and yeah, with me, you get what you see. You get what you see. So I'm going to crack on, people. I'm going to upload this. I don't think there was anything else. There's another M for you. M. I don't think there's anything else that I had to do. Look. My Christmas angels. They fell down about a fortnight ago. About 2 days, I think, after I put them up. And they're still hanging down at one side. Lying on my overlocker at the minute. Isn't that disgraceful? So yes, I spent a lovely 2 hours with Linda and her husband, and I then came home and decided to wrap presents so I could see, if we've got to go to the shops again tomorrow, what I needed to finish the present wrapping, because then all of that present wrapping and cards left over, stuff, tags, ribbons, bows, everything can all be shoved in the loft with the extra lights and things that I brought back from Sea Houses, which clears a bit of space for Christmas Day. And I have tidied the utility room and given that a good hoover and a good clean and got rid of stuff that was lying in there unnecessarily. And I have tidied the kitchen and put containers with all the crisps, because it literally looked like we were setting up a corner shop. The amount of crisps and snacks and pretzels and little piddly diddly bits and on top of the cupboards. The cupboards looked like they were going to come off the walls. So I've managed to pack them into sort of pretend rattan plasticky boxes, so it looks a bit better. But actually, they store the crisps and things a lot better than just chucking them on the top of the cupboard, because I did nearly get hit on the head with a Christmas pudding when I was making me tea and I reached up to try and get something down. The Christmas pudding was up there and it came flying off the bags of crisps. So, yeah, so I mightn't have even been here. I might have been in A&E with a big egg on my head. Anyhow, right, definitely leaving it there. That's 14 minutes. You see, that's 10 minutes more than I intended to talk, and I've still blithered on. Honestly, Linda said to me today, do you write down what you're going to say? Do you know what you're going to say when you... And I went, no, I just have this gift for verbal diarrhea. I have the gift of being able to natter on. I said, you know, do you not watch my vlogs? Do you not know it? Anyway, so thank you, Linda and Alan, by the way, for that lovely cup of coffee. It was very much appreciated, and it was lush. And yeah, like I said before when I saw you, have a lovely Christmas, the pair of you. Right, so I'm going to go, people. That's it. Shut up. It's coming up to 15 minutes. Let's see if it finishes. Take care. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.